The United States and Russia are the two most powerful countries in the world. The two nations have spent decades competing with each other economically, militarily, and technologically, battling for dominance over global political affairs. Relations were at their worst during the Cold War, in the days of the Soviet Union, which fought to spread its ideology of communism around the globe, while the US fought to defend capitalism. After communism ended in Europe and the Soviet Union collapsed into 15 new countries, including the Russian Federation, the relationship between the Russians and Americans largely warmed up as the two states began strengthening ties. However, things began deteriorating again when Vladimir Putin became president of Russia in 1999. Putin's regime has been characterized by a push to build Russia back up to the superpower it used to be, by growing its sphere of influence and advancing the military. Russia is ranked as the second strongest military after the US, it's the second largest exporter of military equipment after the US, and Russia holds the largest nuclear arsenal in the world. Both countries also have several military bases in foreign countries. Hostilities intensified significantly in 2014 due to Russia's military intervention in Ukraine and annexation of the Crimean Peninsula, and also due to the American intervention in the Syrian civil war, and it later got worse in 2016 due to Russia's interference in the American election. Their worsening relationship over the past 8 years has caused many to refer to this period as the Second Cold War. After Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022 and the mutual sanctions that followed, relations have reached their lowest point since the First Cold War, with Russia even threatening to cut diplomatic ties with the US at one point. The crisis brought concern to many of a potential Third World War fought between the United States and their allies against Russia and theirs. Many believe that a World War III would likely involve nuclear weapons, since these two countries together possess 90% of the world's nukes, with Russia having almost 6,000 and the US having over 5,000. A full-scale war with these weapons has the potential to result in a nuclear apocalypse that could even mean the extinction of the human race. The war in Ukraine has made this more of a fear, as Vladimir Putin has stated clearly that nuclear warfare is an option. He has several times threatened to use nukes if Russia's territorial integrity and existence is threatened, and the US has warned Russia of severe consequences if this were to happen. The US is also backed by the other countries of NATO, which is the military alliance that was formed to prevent Russian expansion and invasion. There's no telling what could happen in the future, but the fate of humanity and world politics is largely in the hands of these two powerful states.